we got a problem. Stay. Stay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Good morning, y'all. Welcome back to a new video. We have a bunch of stuff planned today. We're gonna start out. We're at the silo here, at corn silo. We're gonna fill up, get some corn in the bucket, and head to the breeder pens where A1, who's in there? A1, Hercules, Ace, and a bunch of fawns and does. We're gonna go ahead and feed them this morning. Then we're gonna head to the back of the ranch to the riverside, and we're gonna check. Remember last night, if you saw my video from yesterday, we set the pig trap, we set the hog trap. Then we need to do the snare traps, go around the perimeter, set all the snares, because we didn't do that yesterday because we got so involved with the pen deer, chasing those deer. That was a hassle. I don't think I'm gonna try again today. I'm still thinking, we'll see what happens, but that's how we're gonna start off today. Show you all the corn silo here. This side we got corn, and on that back side is protein. These things are filled up. I think they're about just under halfway right now because the season's almost over. We've used a lot of feed. I'm gonna go ahead, fill this bucket up with corn. Let me tighten this up, and we're good to go. We're gonna go to the breeder pens. All right, at the breeding pens, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this off. Electric fence so to not get shocked. Go ahead, do that. We're good. Ain't gonna shock me now. I can see both Ace and Hercules. They're way over there on that back corner, way over there. What we're gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and feed them. They're not gonna come in right now. I'm not gonna wait around for them to eat. I'm gonna go ahead to this back corner, go ahead and feed A1, all his offspring, and the does that are in there. Well, I mean, it looks like hogs were here. Everything at the feeder, corn-wise, is gone. The corn that I put right up front of this guillotine door is gone. The corn I put in the inside right here was gone. I put a big pile. Most of the corn is gone here. The honey hole, they didn't, I mean, man, there's still corn left. I think definitely they ate a little of it. I mean, this, oh man. They were so, I don't know if I had this thing too tight or they just didn't hit it. It was so close. Now, it could have been deer, could have been deer. So next thing on our agenda, we're gonna go ahead and get those snares up. We're just gonna work the perimeter of the ranch and just look for holes. Like I said, we bought 12 new snares, so we have those. Plus, I think I have 4 or 5 already out that are still in good shape that we can still use. All right, y'all, so we got our first hole here. There's actually a snare already on it. Looks like the snare is still in good shape. Let me check it real fast. Yeah, the snare is still in good shape, but that's a pretty good hole. It's probably kind of hard to see in the camera, but I mean, it's big. That's the top of the wire. This one's already on the fence, so it's gonna be pretty easy. But what you do, you take the snare, and you thread it through the fence, wrap it back around, and then put the snare back through itself so that it is tied straight like that, tied up against the high fence. Running down the snare, right? You get all the way here. Now what I do, in the middle of the actual hole, here's the hole, right? Right above it, I get a piece of wire and I wrap the actual snare to the fence with a piece of wire, just like that. That helps keep the snare in place and keeps it center straight over the hole. Now I just went ahead and set this real fast just because it's very hard to do without a cameraman. But that is my loop. That is my snare. It's looking pretty good. I'm gonna get a rock. We have a rock on this side. I'm gonna put another rock on top of there, and I'm gonna put a little stick on that side. So it basically makes it so the predator has to go through the snare. He can't veer around it and try to get around it. But that's the first snare right there. And then last but not least, this is very important. Is when you're driving around, when I'm driving around tomorrow morning looking for these snares, it is very difficult to find them. Remember where you placed them all, especially if you have 15 to 20 snares out, right? So I got a flag here. You can get a flag. I also have orange tape right here. And what we're doing, all you're doing, take your flag, snare's right there. You put the flag right above the snare, about, 6-7 feet up, just like this, sticking out. So that tomorrow, when I'm driving down this road, instead of looking down on the ground for the snare that's basically impossible to see, all I'm looking for is up about 8 feet for the flag. Right under the flag is the snare. That is the tip of the day. This one's actually another snare that we've already had here. As you can see, we had a flag. But I've actually caught a coyote here before, and just y'all. Check out all the snares here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 snares. And this is what I'm saying, like they absolutely get destroyed. Like look at this, destroyed. It doesn't look that big, but a coyote has gone through here before. I've seen one gone through there. We got sticks on each side to make them have to go through that hole. And we're just gonna put another snare up. Number 6 in this area. These new snares, for some reason, I can't actually thread the snare through itself. So we're just gonna zip tie it straight to the actual fence. So that's what I'm gonna do here first. And then what I'm gonna do, I got my wire right here. Just like on the other one, I'm gonna place the wire center of the actual hole. It just centers the actual snare, keeps it in place, stuff like that. Some pretty good logs here. We'll put this one right there. Block that area off. Put this one right here. Block this area off. Block the area there. Block the area there. That's the actual hole where they have to go through. And they're gonna get snagged right there. All right, y'all, so it is the next day. I had some stuff I had to do. Yesterday afternoon, I was not able to film the last part of that video. So we're starting up right here the next day. And no better way to start it than to check the snares and check the traps. That's what I think y'all are really curious about, if we got anything in the traps, in the snares. So why not just get to the point and show y'all what y'all want. So that's what we're gonna do. Drive around the perimeter of the fence line. I ended up putting out, gosh, I think it was 17 snares I ended up putting out. Plus we have the hog trap that we reset. We gotta have some. There's gotta be some in one of our snares. Stay tuned. Like I said, we're gonna start the front part of the ranch and just drive the perimeter and see what we got. All right, so it looks like first snare wasn't even touched one bit. Still standing just as I put it. Looks like the next snare was pulled. It's in this little creek bed where, washed up air or water runs. And yeah, that was definitely pulled. Next snare, my double snare was not even touched. This was a pretty active area. As you can see, it's fresh dirt on both sides. 100% of yoke going through there. There's the double snare I put, and I am very surprised. It didn't even get pulled. Like, nothing even went through this hole, this opening last night. That is very surprising. Oh, let's go. We got a bobcat, y'all. Yes, let's go. I would show y'all it, but it's already dead. It looks like I got it around the neck. If it was still alive, I would show y'all it. But since it's dead, I can't. I do not want my video to get demonetized on YouTube. So unfortunately, I cannot actually show you it because the animal is dead. But let's go, yes! First, dude, that's actually my first bobcat ever. I always catch coyotes, like predator-wise, I always catch coyotes. Never caught a bobcat, and it looks like it's a male. Let's see. Yeah, it's a male. Dude, it's a big male. I wish I could show y'all. Let's go! This snare was in a pretty active area. It was actually right up against, I guess the fence kind of went like this, and it was kind of like at a corner and an angle, and it kind of goes like that a little bit. And I mean, there was a hole there. I put the snare there, and we got ourselves a freaking bobcat. Let's go. What the hell? What? I am so confused right now. Checking another trap, and okay, so what's going on here? My snare's right here. There was a hole here, literally yesterday. What is all this dirt doing here? And it looks like we trapped something. What? First of all, what is that? Is that a coyote or is that a porcupine? And why did the neighbor? It had to be the neighbors. Wait, what? Why did they just put this dirt here? I guess to block the hole, but did they not see that the coyote or whatever animal this is right here is just chilling right here? And the thing about it is they didn't even like remove it. They just basically buried over it. Like what? Turkey's up ahead. Turkey's up ahead. This is the DMV pen on the left. Oh. Oh, we got a problem. 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 Stay. 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 Whoa. 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 I'm gonna cut the gate. Whoa. 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 Easy boy. Prince, stay. Oh, there we go. Hey, Prince. Prince, stay. Prince. 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 This spike got in here. I got you, ball. I got you. I got you. I got you. Stay there. Stay there. Stay there. Stay there. Stay there. Prince, stay. We got him. We got him. Here. Here. Oh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What just happened? Easy boy. I think he got out. I don't see him in the fence. He still might be inside the pen. Y'all take a look at this. Yo, oh my gosh. So he hit the fence twice there. I cut him off twice. Look at this, guys. He actually destroyed himself on this fence. I guess he hit it again. And then I do not see him hung up on the fence down there. So I'm guessing he either got himself out, the gate's right there, or he went back into the pen. That was just a normal spike that was out in the pasture. That, remember, this is our DMP pen in the back. I guess he made his way into the DMP pen since the gates are open. And the thing is, I saw turkeys down there, so I was trying to get a better shot of those turkeys. I had no idea that that deer was right there until I saw him out of nowhere just blast into the fence. That's what I was talking about in my other video, my previous video. You do not want to pen these deer up against the fence. They'll break their neck just like that. If I did not have those clippers, in my car, that deer would have died. Luckily, I was prepared, but that deer definitely, he took a beating. He's gonna survive. It took a couple cuts both sides. So I couldn't video while I was actually cutting because I wanted to make sure the deer was okay. That was the most important thing, not the film. So that's why I put the camera down, cut him off, and then picked up the camera again. But that was a crazy event. Freaking Prince, y'all saw Prince freaking haul ass after that deer, and I couldn't stop him. I didn't have my collar, I didn't have the shot collar on him, so I couldn't buzz him. This was the first cut I made. It wasn't big in the gate. All I had to do was one cut right there, right through the fence, and he was able to let out. He ran over there a good 50 yards. I had to make another 2 cuts, like one here, one there. And I guess he hit the gate again when Prince was chasing him, but he didn't get caught. But so I ended up checking the rest of the snares. We actually caught, I think it was either 3 or 4 more coons. They were all dead though, so I can't unfortunately show them to y'all. I also checked the trap. The thing was still up. Corn wasn't touched. Obviously nothing came. So I don't know what the deal is there. I know there's hogs there, so I don't know why they're not coming and touching that corn and whatnot. But I want to reiterate just what just happened with that deer again. Like I said, if you saw my video, my previous video, that's why I was so, I guess, what's the word? Really, I guess, I don't know, just really thinking about, that's why I wanted to really close those gates, go back in there after I thought, hey, let's just let the deer walk in and out and go on their own. But instead, going in there and trying to push them out for that kind of reason. I mean, think if it was a coyote, they wouldn't have helped that deer get loose. What would they have done? Basically eating that deer alive while it was hanging up against the fence. So that's why I really wanted to get those deer out. Unfortunately, I just can't do it by myself. I tried it in that back pen, I tried it in the front DMP pen, and it's basically impossible to do by yourself. If I had another person with me, I mean, obviously we could do it, we could make it work. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. Because honestly, that is a problem. That is a problem, as y'all just saw. I mean, luckily, like I said, luckily it wasn't a big buck, it was just a spike. But that was a 1-year-old spike. It could be a big buck. Could be a big buck later on. But that is definitely a problem. I need to figure out that situation. We're currently in one of my food plots. Pretty big food plot here. We got sesame on this side. We got radishes and turnips on that side. I mean, the water's running right now. The pivot is looking good. Y'all, take a look at the sesame. This stuff is green as can be. The deer are loving it in here. I want to show y'all real fast some of the radishes and turnips. Let's see if I can find some here. Y'all check these out. Ugh. Look at that. See what's under this right here. Oh yeah, this is a big sucker. Y'all take a look at that. These deer are absolutely loving these. Prince is running around. That was not a coyote. These deer are absolutely loving these. Take a look at this one. This thing was eating up. Look at that. They've been chewing on that. They've been gnawing on that guy right there. This thing, it's crazy. But I mean, we planted this back in, I guess, we planted it back in September. It is basically almost gone. As you can see, there's a lot of patches, but there's just nothing there. You can see, I mean, the leaves are really yellow. The sesame's doing good, but this section is really yellow and starting to die. That's why I wanted to water it. And this food plot's not just for deer season. This is literally just nutrition, food source for these deer to keep them healthy year round. That is very critical for antler growth and just to keep your herd healthy in general. All right, y'all, so I'm back at the house. I just got a call. First off, last night, the power went out. About 3 o'clock, I was editing a video. Power went out of nowhere, and then it turned back on around 5 or 6 in the morning. And actually, first off, I didn't know what the heck happened. I thought, you know, something just, power went off in Derby or Dilly, and then just came back on. So I didn't really know what it was, so I was trying to figure it out. I decided to call a power company in Derby and one of their guys to come out here and just take a look, see if there was anything wrong with the power lines or any kind of the boxes or fuses or anything like that. So the truck came out just about 30 minutes ago, and we ended up finding in the DMP pen, in my front DMP pen in the front, one of the lines, so there's 2 lines on a pole that goes from pole to pole. The top line actually fell down and is basically laying on the second pole. So the 2 lines are basically together. So that's the first problem. And then the second problem is actually the lines are touching trees, and if you actually go close to the tree, you can hear it buzzing. We'll go over there. You probably can't hear it in the actual video through the camera, but they're buzzing, and that is not good. Those are mesquite trees. They're dead mesquite trees. And that causes a fire. That could have caused a fire just like that last night. This whole place could have been on fire. Thankfully, that did not happen. But we need to take care of it right now. He's gonna get basically a dump truck or some kind of truck that he said he was gonna get to be able to get up to that power line. In the meantime, I'm gonna get the chainsaw, I'm gonna get the pole saw, and I'm gonna head over there. We need to make a clearing so these guys can get in there to the pole and mess with the pole, mess with the line, and get everything fixed. I'm gonna grab the chainsaw, and I'm gonna grab the pole saw, which is right up there. And we're gonna head to the DMP pen. Of course it's in the DMP pen. There's still deer in there. All right, y'all, so this is the pole that's on the outside of the DMP pen, but those 2 lines are the problem. Probably about, I don't know, 75 yards in, they're touching trees. The top one is off the actual, like the top pole part. It fell off, so it's basically touching the bottom one. So we're gonna go mess with that. So from the feeder into the fence, all the way over here, the pathway is fine. They can get a truck in here. The problem is over here, the pole's another good, you know, 45, 50 yards away. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this tree right there. I'm gonna cut that tree up there. I'm gonna cut that tree. Basically everything on the left side here needs to get cut. The thing is, look right here, guys. Remember that wire? That pole that was back there? It was a good probably 5 feet from each other, the 2 wires. Look at them now. Look how close they are. And then when you move forward a little bit, this is the tree that I'm talking about that's buzzing. You can't actually hear it in the actual video, but it's buzzing. That's a mesquite tree and it's dead, and those wires are touching that tree. It could have easily caught on fire last night. Moving forward, I need to cut all this on the left side. I do not want to touch this tree or cut any of this stuff on the right side because the tree's touching the wire. And so we keep going, and this is the pole that they need to get to. That top wire up there needs to be put back on top of that pole. All right, well, I am officially sweating. We cut a lane, y'all can see, all the way down to the pole. Looks pretty good both ways, all the way to the feeder to the gate. That was a lot. And they're ready to fix this wire. I don't need to wait around for them. I don't know how to do any of that kind of work. So I'm gonna head back to the house. I'm gonna take a shower real fast because I'm actually drenched.